they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Why didn't I think of that? Or they have these huge aha moments. And I'm like, really? Like that's what stuck? And it made me realize that there are things that I know from years of clinical experience, personal life trainings, education, etc., that I really want to get out there that
Hmm.
I say the book is not a replacement for therapy, but when I had a wait list during the pandemic, and I still do, unfortunately, but everybody was like, do you have a recommendation? Do you have a book? And I would give all these book recommendations, but be like, but this one doesn't really have this, and this one doesn't really have this, and
Right.
I don't really like the way this. So I was like, I need to write this book to
Hmm.
just share some of the basic things that, well, I think they're basic, they're not basic, but some of the simple, approachable things that I share in the therapy room that really are these big aha moments.
Hmm.
And I've always been with this belief that we don't need to overhaul our whole life. We don't need to change everything because that's really overwhelming and it doesn't work. And that's the idea of this book, that we can just all make these small tweaks today to start feeling
Right.
better. So it's funny because a lot of people came to me to write a book about a totally different topic. And I was like, maybe one day, but I knew this book was in me and needed to come out. So
Yeah.
so that's this book. It's, I joke, but it's my brain unloaded on paper. Like I think, yes, it's my, I think, breathe, eat CBT. And there's so many things I say in my therapy, with my therapy clients, with my supervision students, with friends, with family, with colleagues. And I'm like, that's in the book because
Right.
everything I say, some clients call them Dr. Rachelisms. Everything I say on repeat is in the book.
Yeah. And I think sometimes when we're so knowledgeable in an area, we think that it's basic for other people. And when you find, this is the thing I'll never
So true.
forget. When I had a stick shift car right after college. My dad actually like went and picked, I mean, I paid for the car, but he went and picked the car and it was a stick shift. And I'm like, I don't know how to drive a stick shift. And he's like, you're athletic. You'll figure it out. So when he was teaching me about it, I wasn't learning. And then someone else actually taught me how to do it. And I said, Dad, you never told me I had to shift out of first gear immediately. And he goes, well, that's basic knowledge. And I said, but it wasn't for
To
me.
you.
I had no idea. So similar to what
What
you're
a great
saying,
example.
it's like, yeah, this is basic, but we we don't know. So I
It's so
love that you.
true. Yeah, because I mean, when I worked at the hospital, I was seeing so many patients, and it would kind of be like one after another telling me the same thing. And I literally said one day, I was like, I don't need to have a PhD to tell somebody to write something on a post-it note and stick it
Right.
somewhere, but like literally, I remember that was one of the recommendations.
Yeah.
And they were like, why didn't I think of that? And I'm like, I don't know why you didn't
I
think of
don't
it,
know.
but I did. So it's, and obviously the simple things that I share, they are science backed. Like I could
Right.
explain to you why they matter and why they work. But and I do. I think unless we know a why, I also don't
Hmm.
think that we will keep doing them. Like, why are you
Right.
telling me to do this? Why should I do this?
Hmm.
Is very important, and I go into that in the book as well. But yeah, I just was like, I don't want to gatekeep all of these great little things that can really
Important.
help people make changes today. So
Hmm.
that's the book.